What's up, guys? This is Joe here from Rockstar Reviews, and today we are going to talk about the Nexus 6. It is my new phone currently, and I sell phones for a living, so I know a thing or two about them. And I had the Nexus 5 previously, so this is just an upgrade from my previous phone, and it is amazing. I want to show you a couple things. Come around here real quick and I'll show you. First of all, it's a 6-inch screen. It has an AMOLED 2K display, 3 gigs of RAM. This one has 64 gigs of storage, but it does come with a 32 gig. This one does not have expandable memory or a removable battery. So I got the 64 just because I wanted a little bit more space. But overall, it's definitely a phablet. It's it's a 6-inch display, so I mean it's huge. My tablet's 8 inches, so it's really not much smaller. But with that being said, there's some really cool things I want to show you guys. First thing I want to show you is the ambient display feature. It might be a little bit hard to do in this video, but see if I can get it. One second. When you take it out of your pocket and there's movement, it just turns on the clock and the notifications in a black and white display. Because it's an AMOLED screen, you don't have to worry about the backlight, so it can actually do that. I want to see if I can actually...
So it works like half the time, basically?
Well, not necessarily half the time, but it uses less battery to show you notifications.
Okay, but it doesn't seem to work that often.
No, it works, but it's just...
First bug, I'm caught.
No, it's not a bug. It's not a bug. It works really well when
it's working half the time.
No, when I take it out of my pocket or whatever. But
right.
Anyways, the display is absolutely gorgeous.
Is that what you're talking about right there?
No, that's not it. It looks kind of like that, but anyways.
Okay.
It's a really cool feature, and it only works on AMOLED displays, but also that helps save battery. It's got an 805 Snapdragon processor, which is the quickest on the market. This year they're coming out with the 810, but obviously this one doesn't have that yet. It's running Lollipop 5, obviously, so it's running the most current version of Android. So it's got a completely different interface. I can show you some of the things. I mean, you have like guest features here, which is cool because you can actually create a guest or whatever myself. So there's some cool stuff there.
Another user on the phone, essentially?
Yep, yeah. Okay. So like if I give it to a kid, they're not going to wipe my phone out, which I've had people at work say.
Or buy $1,000 in apps.
Exactly. So there's some really cool things you can do there. But overall, I mean, I can go on and on about all different features on this. I want to really show you the ambient display.
What's the difference between the Nexus 5 and this?
Well, the Nexus, obviously that has a 5-inch screen. It's not 2K, it's 1080p. That one's more of an upper-end phone, kind of, but now it's more of an not middle-of-the-road phone. But the main difference is that one's actually made by LG, even though it's the Nexus. This is made by Motorola, so it's just different manufacturers there. This is a 13-megapixel camera. The Nexus 5 is an 8-megapixel camera. This does have an image stabilizer, so just like the iPhone 6 and the Note 4, this can take video when you're moving and it's completely clear, or pictures, which is awesome. The best camera I've ever owned by far. And it can do 4K. It can shoot in 4K. I forget all the specs. I think it's 60 frames per second if it's 1080p. I think it's 30 frames a second for 4K, or it's the other way around. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. It shoots really good video. But there's some other cool things about it, like for example, let me see here. I want to show you a couple things. Well, I mean, the biggest thing I'll say is this. Number one, because it's Android, it's running stock Android. I'm sorry, Nexus. It's running stock Android. So you don't get any of the bloatware that Samsung has, that LG has, that all these other manufacturers have. So, I mean, it just runs clean. It's like the pure Google experience, which is really sweet. One thing I'll say is the back is really slippery. I cannot walk around naked with this, so I definitely got just a simple case off Amazon. We can link to it below, but it's a satin, kind of soft plastic feel. Gives it a really cool premium look, which is definitely something you're going to need. Oh, I want to show you the speakers on this. The speakers on this are ridiculous. Some of the best speakers I've ever seen on a phone. Let me show you here real quick. Here, let's go to movie trailers. And then let's do like this. There's actually two. You got one on the left, one on the right. They're both front facing, so you get basically a stereo experience.
This vulnerable world needs something more powerful than any of us.
It's amazing. I could watch full movies with that. I mean, if I had to. I mean, it's awesome. So there's some really cool stuff there. Music sounds great. The speakers, the screen size, the processor, the storage, the fact it's running Lollipop, those are all some of the things that sold me on it. I will say it was an adjustment getting used to this bigger screen size, but overall it's a phenomenal phone. The settings look a little different because it is running, I gotta talk about the battery too. The settings obviously are a little different, but I really like them. They're very clean, very simple, nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's a nice clean interface.
Yeah,
for sure.
very clean.
Cleaner
You
than
just
my
got
phone.
wireless, you got device, you got personal, you got system. I mean, it's simple. One thing I'll say about the battery, and this is just insanely cool, the battery on this is amazing. It's the first smartphone I've ever had that 100% gives me a full day of usage. I have not charged this today yet, and I've been going all the way since this morning. Obviously, it's 10 o'clock at night. I have 57% less, for 57%, still available. And then the cool thing is, you see the screen right here. It's only used 10%. On most phones, that's actually usually 30, 40, even more on some phones.
So you can see the usage of each individual app as well.
Standby.
Okay.
This operating system is 6%. Facebook 4%. But I mean, this is nothing.
Right.
YouTube 1%. And if I go,
Wi-Fi is only 1%.
Yeah, if I go to battery life or battery saver and turn it on, this will give me extended battery life. It slows down the performance of the phone a little bit, which is fine. But if the phone gets down to 15%, it automatically prompts you, hey, do you want to put it in battery saver mode? If you put it in battery saver mode, that 15% lasts another 3 hours. Wow. Which is insane. If I put it in battery saver mode right now, this will go all the way till tomorrow afternoon. Huh. It's insane. So this is the first smartphone I've ever owned that can actually do a full day usage, which is awesome. The other thing I'll say is it does come with a high capacity charger, and because of the processor, it can charge 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. Wow. So that's a really cool feature as well.
How many phones have that? Not many.
A couple. The Note 4 and then this one, and that's pretty much it right now. Huh. So there's only 2 phones on the market that do, but anyone that has a processor that's 805, the Qualcomm processor, it'll be able to do that. So, moving forward, that's going to become more commonplace, but that's just insane. But I use Messenger. I'm not a big fan of Hangouts, so that's how Messenger looks. It's a really clean interface though. Like if you go here, I really like this. This is all Lollipop stuff, but you got speed dial, recents, contacts, and then of course you can dial right there on the bottom. So some cool stuff there. But overall, everything's a real clean, organized look. I love Lollipop.
Yeah,
so
it's like color coordinated too.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. But overall, I mean, of course, you got OK Google on the top.
So the top 3 highlights of this phone that
in my personal opinion, is number 1, the battery. That's huge. Screen size is number 2, and then camera is number 3 for me. Okay. And then, of course, I mean, there's a lot of other really cool things, but at nighttime I turn this filter on, so it takes away the blue LEDs. Just helps with it being a little bit better at night. I mean, there's a lot of cool things you can do with it, but that's just a nap. So yeah, it's a beast. And you got your battery, your lock button on the side, camera on the back. It's got a dual flash, so it's actually a really good flash. Really clean look. And the thing I like too is the edges. They actually built a curvature of this phone to naturally fit in your hand, whereas the Note 4 feels like you're carrying a brick. The Note 4 is completely flat, completely square. Right. So when you're holding it, it doesn't feel natural. Or like this, the G3, the G2, these are some of the phones that actually have that really natural, comfortable feel in your hand. And then let me see if I can turn this on, because maybe the display, I want to show you it because it's the coolest thing on the phone. Ambient display, wake screen up when device is picked up or notifications arrive. So if I have it in my pocket, and then usually when I just bring it out of my pocket to look, it automatically turns on. Of course it's not right now, but usually it works all the time. Of course it doesn't work in the video, but it looks kind of like that, where it's just black and white and you just see the time and you don't even see the top stuff. Right. So it's really cool.
Well, that's one downside that doesn't work too well, because we've tried it 5 times. So
no, it works.
You gotta have one. It doesn't work much.
No, it only works on certain movements. So yeah, there.
Cool. Well,
it doesn't.
Get on it, Google.
No, it has to be like
trying to break our phone over here to get this feature to work. Well, that's the one downside. We found it.
Oh, you know what it is? It's probably the app I have downloaded that's killing it. Here, I'll show you guys. It's this app. 1 second. It's Twilight. Pause that. Let me see here. Yeah, I think. That's weird. Whatever. It is what it is. It works all the time except for this video. Because at night I just wake up and it'll work. So anyways, check it out below. Click the link below. The Nexus 6, in my personal opinion, being in the industry, this is the highest end phone on the market currently. There's nothing that competes with this right now. The Note 4 is not as good as this in my personal opinion, but check it out. Click the link below. Also, we'll link to this case. Great case. It was $9 on Amazon. So, and it comes in like a bunch of different colors. So check it out. Thanks a lot for watching Rockstar Reviews. Hopefully this was informative and you guys liked it. Have a great day.